Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an SU-14-2. It's the Tier 8 Soviet SPG. It's located on the northeast spawn of Glacier, and this one is under the command of Guji72, and he hails from the NA server. Now he's sporting the 203mm B4 howitzer, which can do 1050 alpha, and it can penetrate 52mm of armour, and it's got a burst radius of 10.9 meters. Now if you played the SU-14-1, and you had to if you wanted to get to this Arty, then you would have unlocked the 203mm during that particular grind. Now a lot of people say, well, should you actually switch over to the 203 straight away on the SU-14-2? And the answer to that one is, well, it depends on how you're using it for. If you were using it for frontline, I would say the 152mm would actually be better, the BR2, because you can get more shots off, and that means more resets, and that means higher ranking on frontlines. But of course, if you're in normal games, it's a lot more fun playing it with the B4, because you can do more damage to the enemy. Guji's ready to go. He's found his firing position. Now, seeing as he's in the woods, he probably won't need to relocate at all during the game. And he did have sight of an Emil at the centre line. The enemy's managed to get an Indian Panzer halfway up towards the carrier. And there's the Emil. He's in sight. Lined up. Rounds out. Right onto his rear. 499. He was wiped out immediately afterwards, and he did get the track assist because he actually tracked the guy, and when he was killed by our SU-130PM, he got the assist. So he's got off to the mark with a lot of XP earned there. That's a huge earner straight off, just one shot. It's basically, he's claimed almost half of the hit points of the Emil from actual damage, and then half of it from assist. And you know, half of the XP ends up in your hands. And oh, he's done it again, because he hit the 53 TP, he picked up 515 from the actual damage, and then another 300 odd from assist. Oh, he's picking up more. And if that F53 TP goes down, well, his stun's almost gone, and now he's pulled out of the way. So he's doing very well. Okay, we've got an IS-3 there. It's a difficult shot because you've got to fire over the masks. It might be easier to hit that Indian Panzer, actually. He's being a bit careless there. Rounds out. Yeah, nice hit. 362, that will teach him. He's actually used his first aid kit straight away to get rid of the stun. I think most people, when they're hit by RT shells nowadays, they do try to get rid of the stun straight off because they know it will affect their fighting ability. So they use the first aid kit, but the unfortunate fact with that, of course, is that it also means that they're unable to recover a crew member if they do get struck again. And usually they do get struck. Well, if that Borg-Sig gets any closer, he'll lay around onto him and splash him. He's dialed in, he's ready, he's patient. That's what you need to be an Arty player. A good Arty player is endlessly patient. He's marked the spot to tell his teammates, that's where I'm aiming. It's good practice. He's patiently waiting for the Borg-Sig to poke around the corner, and he does. Rounds out. And he picks up 112. The Borg-Sig was struck by several tanks immediately before his shell hit the target, but okay, might be able to get another shot on that Indian Panzer. Can he shoot? No, he can't shoot underneath the arch. Not easy. But he can certainly hit that Indian Panzer if he stays where he is at the moment. He's dialing in, he's ready to go. Just stay where you are. Ready, rounds out, beautiful, yes! 460 hit points. It's a non-penetrating shot, but it's stunned. He can't get rid of that stun because his first aid is still on cooldown. And there's a number of enemy tanks there who've all been badly damaged. They're all one-shots. And there goes one of them, the 416. The 53 TP's next, and he's gone. This IS-3 is going to be next as soon as Gucci can put a round into him. Looks like there's going to be another tank from the enemy team on the aircraft carrier because the Skoda went up the center as well. Rounds out in the IS-3. Oh, perfect! He pulled forward just as the shell arrived. 343 hit points. And another shell hits him from the other Arty on our team, who's in a Lorraine 15551. So he's picked up even more stun assists. 234. His totals are looking pretty good at the moment. 2,291 of actual damage. That's going to earn him a lot of XP. Okay, just needs that IS-3 to poke out. Then if you can get a shell into him, and then he's decided to fire in anyway. See if he can stun the IS-3 for the star. Okay, there's that Skoda T-27. Looks like the Indian Panzer was killed by one of our teammates. With 2 tanks up on the enemy at the moment. There's the Skoda. Okay, from that position it's going to be a difficult shot because we're having to loop it over the edge of that aircraft carrier, and I don't think we can hit him there. But if he moves a bit further on, Gucci might be able to get around into him. He's finding it difficult to loop a shot in, and the IS-3 is wiped out by the star. Or is it? No, Pantera got him. So we're now looking to get a shot on that Skoda. And our IS-3 has decided to go up on the carrier, and unfortunately he's being shot in the rear by that Skoda. So Gucci's trying to dial in. Gucci's got this habit, he dials in on an area near the target, then moves the aim over the target when he's ready. Rounds out. Perfect shot! Wipes out the Skoda, and it's a blind kill because the Skoda went missing just a split moment before the shell arrived and wiped him out. So it won't be recorded in the figures, but he's definitely done more damage than is showing now. And that's his first kill of the game, surprisingly. Another 10 seconds before we'll be ready. 34.81 seconds is the reload time for this big 203mm. It is a 2-part ammunition, that's why it takes so long. He's loaded. He's firing where he thinks the enemy is, and he got him! He was absolutely bang on target because there was no explosion, so we know we struck that Skoda. Still 2 tanks up on the enemy. There's that T-69 in the centre, and he looks like he's taking fire from some of our guys who are going around the outside. Be rather nice if we could get a shot on that T-69. The Skoda's coming to sight again. Gucci's going for him. He's a one-shot now, so if he can get a shell into him now, I think it will be the end of his game. Oh, and our TS5 is looking to go up onto the carrier and take him out. TS5's 100% health at the moment, but he probably won't remain like that for long because... Now, is he going to get the kill on Skoda? He should be able to. He's got a 120mm gun. Yeah, the enemy Arty saw the TS5 and thought, I'll have a piece of that. Well, he fired a round in, see if he could splash the Skoda. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Now, he might be able to get a shot into the T-69, who's suddenly gone around the outside of the lakeside ships. Projessa's coming down to have a look. There's only 6 enemies left. Oh, he's found the T-69 and he finishes them off very quickly. There's still a Scorpion out there, which is the German Scorpion, not the American one, the Tier 8 version. The TS5 is trying to encourage the Star 1 to leave his position in the northwest corner and come and join them to kill the Skoda. And Skoda's been spotted. There's the Ferdinand, and he's AFK. So he's a total easy kill. Just harvest his hit points now. Rounds out. Here we go. Nice bit of damage. He's not going to use it. Oh, I saw a tree go down in the background. And another one. So we know where the enemy Artys are. They're in those woods. So the wood to the left has got one Arty. The wood to the right has got another one. There's only two Artys on the enemy team, an M40, M43 and an SU-14-2. My suspicion is the SU-14-2 will be in the one to the left. The M40 will be in the one to the right. Oh, he's looking in the wrong spot. He's not going to be over there. He's actually going to be in the woods slightly further to the left and upwards. The tree went down just a bit to the left. Tree went down in that corner. My suspicion is that the M40, M43 has probably gone up on the platform above the cap area. And there's, oh, it's the other way round. There's the SU-14-2. It rounds out and, oh, killed before his shell arrives. But we now know where both Arty are, and, well, they've both been killed, which only leaves that Scorpion. And there's two guys going in to finish them off. There he is. Oh, he was the one who knocked down the tree. And he's gone. So, game over. Well, he's showing 2,543, but I think it's a lot more than that because he did get that blind kill. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a first-class tanker for Gucci72 in the SU-14-2. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13. A Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times, or in fact, actually 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. He got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And the High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. Yes, he was having a very good game because he was striking a lot of targets which were subsequently getting shot at by other teammates as well, so he was picking up lots of damage as well as assist. And there you go, top of the table, 3,594 hit points of damage. Yeah, he really did rock that one. What did he do on that Skoda? Yeah, he actually did 520 hit points to one Skoda, and the one he killed, he did 393. So that's the one he killed that briefly went missing and then suddenly appeared as a wreck the moment the shell arrived. Let's have a look at team score again. The next highest score on damage was the TS5, who did 3,582 hit points of damage, and it's fairly easy to do that in that tank destroyer because it's so OP. So long as the enemy are pointing towards your gun, if they get to your sides and rear, then they can do a lot of damage to you. But so long as they're at the front end, the pointy end, then yes, it's easy to rack up a huge amount of damage. I know from experience. The next highest scorer was the SU-130PM with 2,285 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, it was the SU-130PM who did the best with 3 kills, 1/5 the enemy team. And the TS5 managed 2, so did the Progetto Pantera and the Skoda T27 on the enemy team. I'm afraid Gucci only got the 1 kill, that Skoda. That's all he managed to get. But when it came to base XP, it was the TS5 again with 1,117. And Gucci was right behind him with 1,035, and all that assist really did help. Let's have a look at detail. 12 shots fired, 6 direct hits, no penetrations, but 12 splash. Damage of 3,594 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 1, that's why he got the Confederate, and 486 hit points of damage assist. That's one where he tracked the enemy, and then it was the Emil actually. He tracked the enemy, and then everyone piled in and took him out the game. 1,505 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. On a free-to-play account, he earned 39,512 credits, and after ammunition resupply, took away 16,592 credits. He received 1,035 base XP times 4 for the first victory, 4,140 experience points altogether. So, brilliant game there it was. It's a pity it's not an ace tanker actually, it should have been. He did get the highest damage, he was assisting his teammates, but I'm afraid on this occasion not to be. But I'm sure that on other days it would have been. After all, you see, if you look at the base, it was very high base. It was over 1,000. So it must have been very close to an ace tanker. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please. And thank you for watching.